In case you don't know yet, well, I'm sure you do, we're in a bearish market right now. We're living amid a crypto crash that has seen major coins dip. For example, Bitcoin is now at $19,000, which is more than 70% lower than its all-time high in November 2021, which is last year. However, I do want to mention that I trade with bots, so I'm still earning profits during this day. But that's another topic. Now, it's not about crypto only. The world economy is also taking a serious beating, thanks to the COVID-19 pandemic, which has taken forever, rising gas prices, and geopolitical uncertainty, specifically Russia's invasion of Ukraine. That's right, we live in tough times, and it's common to feel negative or even despair and believe that most, if not all, of your investment is lost. But even if you're feeling pessimistic, are you willing to stay positive about your financial goals and keep going during these times? In today's video, we'll explore what the winning money mindsets you need to adopt during a market downturn like right now, so that you can stay on track on your money game and not get derailed by FUD, meaning fear, uncertainty, and doubts. Now, let's dive in. Hi, this is Mandy. Welcome back to the show. If you don't know me yet, I'm a licensed corporate finance advisor. During the day, I advise listed companies on their transaction structures, and I'm also a YouTuber and a wealth coach. On this channel, I talk about everything about personal finance, entrepreneurship, and so much more. If you're loving these ideas or you're loving my energy, don't forget to subscribe to this channel by clicking here and hitting the notification bell so that you will always be notified when I upload a new video. With that said, let's continue with today's topic. The first thing you need to do is to keep your talk about money in check. There's no better time to pay attention to your money story than during a market downturn. Now, why is that? See, such turbulent times make it easy to say things like, it's a tough economic time, so even if I'm broke, it's totally okay. Or, I will make money when the situation gets better. Or even just something as simple as, I can't afford this or that at this time. Do you see the problem or patterns here? You're talking negatively about money. And the more you do it, the more you reinforce your scarcity mindset. And you know what happens when you have that scarcity mindset? You radiate a negative energy towards money. And you know what you get more? Scarcity. So start thinking positively about money, because that will create confidence and motivate you to take actions and reap positive financial results. You may repeat to yourself positive money affirmations like, money flows freely to me and through me. Money is a positive tool in my life. I'm worthy of receiving money. Money is easy and plentiful for me. And finally, my favorite, I am enough. Let this affirmation sink into your subconscious mind so that they can start to change how you perceive and manifest. Like what I said earlier, your energy attracts whatever comes into your life, and your subconscious mind is responsible for this process. So what happens when you feel more confident over your finances? Well, you may start to notice signs that can help you generate more abundance in your life. The second thing you need to do is to adopt better money habits. I know the last thing you want to do during a market downturn is to keep the same financial habits that you have in the good days. It's hard, I know, because these are also the days when you see everything on sales and they're so cheap. But whether you have a generous emergency fund or not, it is not a time when you spend money like there's no tomorrow. It is, however, a time to invest in yourself. If you have not been allocating time to managing your money, this is the time. Because in my opinion, this is a good time to cut your discretionary spending and make a plan for investing. To be in your money game, it's important to put in the work and become comfortable with financial management. When I talk about financial management, I'm talking about budgeting, assets allocation, and investment planning. I recommend working on this at least once a week for around 30 minutes to 1 hour so that you can get a better picture of how your finances are doing. And don't just do it for the sake of it. Start associating your money planning times with good feelings. For example, I like to light up my money candle when I do this process. The first thing I want you to do is to develop a new financial identity. Consider these two statements. I'm trying to save money, and I'm saving money. Do you see the difference? Well, I bet you do. The first person is still trying to save money, while the second person is already saving and actually assumed the identity of a saver. This is so powerful because your financial identity guides your thoughts and actions, and they help you on your financial journey. Choosing a new identity is not easy, especially when people you surround with may find it hard to accept it. They may even encourage you to keep those money habits from the past that no longer serve you. Remember, in the end, it's always you who decides what kind of person you want to be, not your friends. So, what does financial freedom mean to you, and what do you think those that embody this value do? What particular financial moves would they take during this market downturn? When you get your answers, get cracking and work towards adopting that money persona. And hey, you could give your new identity a name too. Personally, I would call mine Queen Mandy. Developing a better money mindset is also about doing it with others, because doing it alone can make you feel easily distracted by your negative self-talks, or worse, feel defeated. That's why you need to have a strong support group with other like-minded people. Disclaimer here, I'm not talking about your friends who are constantly complaining about the market. As I mentioned earlier in this video, despite this market, I'm still earning profits from my crypto investments. So don't forget that there's still plenty of people making good money in this market, and you should definitely stay positive. Better yet, hang around with those successful people, even if that means just reading their content, so that you can keep your spirit high. Of course, an even better way is to create your own support group that focuses on personal and likely financial growth, so that you can grow through the tough times together and ensure that you don't get derailed from your financial goals, whether personal or collective. If you feel that you need more help on this, reach out to me for my wealth coaching service so that together we can help you identify your money blocks, your financial goals, and help you become your best financial self. There you go, the 4 money mindsets you need to have during a market downturn. Adopt them and you will surely be on track with your financial goals. Have something to share or add to this topic? Leave your comments in the comment section below. Since you're here, don't forget to also check out my video on removing your money blocks so that you can manifest all the wealth you desire. Well, that's it for me for today. Thank you so much for staying until the end of the video, and I look forward to seeing you in my other ones.